Hello and welcome to Deconstructed for the Leisure Games Alliance page. I'm Dan.
And I'm Alex, and today we have standard gauntlet testing. I'm playing Esper Dragons, a deck that came 8th in a recent SCG Invitational.
And I'm playing my Abzan aggro list, which is sort of tempo-y Abzan aggro. It's not quite optimal, but we'll just see how it goes. And to start with, we're going to have another great game of Find the Gent.
I love this game.
Yeah, it's great, particularly when you find the gent.
Well, let's see. I'm on a winning record so far. I think this is the gent.
It is the gent again.
Oh, I'm good.
You are good. The other option was the grumpy dad zombie.
Dad zombie.
Dad zombie.
I will play first.
Fair enough. Let's draw 7.
Okay, well, this hand tells me I need to learn to shuffle. And I just can't keep this. So we have not 1, not 2, but 3 Thoughtseize.
Oh!
And land. So shipping back.
This hand is really bad, but it does actually give us a fair amount of options to do stuff. So thankfully the deck is mana hungry, so having this isn't so bad. This is really bad just because if he finds any way to like rip my hand apart or whatever, I'm in so much trouble. But we've got Scry, and then yeah, it's a bit awkward, but I'm going to keep just because it might get there. It's more likely to get there than not. Like, there's no point in just going back down to 6 when you have things to do.
Yeah, I mean, if you have early plays, then you're fine. You can draw into late plays.
Pass on the draw, we might draw into something useful.
This is also quite bad, but we'll see what happens. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Temple of Deceit, Scry 1. We really want that. Off you go.
Okay, that makes me unhappy, but let's see what we got on top of our library. Ooh, actually that's good. So this is kind of the thing I was saying, we might just draw into something. So now the question is, do we want to fire this off immediately, or do we want to set up our draw? I think, because this is actually quite precious to us, we need to know that we can land it next turn unopposed. So that would lead me towards doing this first. However, it is a bit awkward. Sorry about the phone. We're recording in my apartment. It's quite loud. So I think what I'm going to do is my standard play of Temple and Scry. We don't really want this because it doesn't do anything. It might set us up later, but this is about as useful as a piss-filled sock. So I'm going to pass the turn.
Excellent. Okay, draw for 10. We're going to Scry 1.
Sure thing.
Have a look at this. This can go straight to the bottom. And then we're going to take 2 damage, and we're going to Thoughtseize you.
That's really awkward because I really wanted you to not have a Thoughtseize. So here we go.
You were debating Thoughtseize, weren't you?
I was debating Thoughtseize turn 1.
It has to be the Thoughtseize.
Okay.
Yeah. So one quick note. Standard is in place right now where often you want to Scry before you Thoughtseize because you want to know if you have a kill spell coming, because that will help you know whether you can deal with that creature or not.
So yeah, that makes me unhappy because that means he's got a kill spell coming. Yeah, that's really, really bad.
I mean, I need to preserve my hand, especially having mulliganed. I'm on 18. It's your turn.
Cool. Let's draw. That's okay. Seeing this makes me at least somewhat happier. It does mean that we now have a choice of these two. Generally, I find against control, these tend to hold their value a little bit better than this. Once this lands, it's very hard for them to deal with it, and this can also be very difficult, but you need to have a lot of mana in one quick go. So, humming and hawing between these two, I mean, it doesn't affect what land we play, which is quite nice. So I'm just going to go forest, and then I'm back to humming and hawing. Do I think he has a kill spell? I think he has a kill spell. This thing can survive a kill spell. It takes 4 mana to play and go. This thing can survive a kill spell very rarely.
I generally find that this is a much better turn 4 play than turn 2 play.
Agreed.
You also have the advantage in that I know what this card. I know this card. I don't actually know what this is.
That's true. I mean, you do now, but
I would.
It's pretty obvious. But yeah, I agree with that. I think that's a better turn 3.
This also does more damage for less mana.
It's true.
Like,
I mean,
if I don't kill it, I'm taking 3.
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite happy to just run that out past turn. Sorry.
Also, you know, actually, based on my lands at the moment, I have to play an untapped land to kill it.
That's true. That's true. It has to be untapped black land as well.
Yep. And it is not. I am going to Temple.
Okie dokie.
We're going to score again, and that is an interesting one. We'll keep that.
Okay.
What you got?
Okay, I'm going to untap and draw my card. That is a really bad draw. We really hoped with the land that we had that this wouldn't happen. So I'm going to swing.
2, 3.
Okay, so that is 15 to 20. And now there's no point in playing either of these because they literally do. There is no benefit. Like I'm consigned to the fact that I can only do stuff with 2 mana. So might as well play the Sand Step. And then, do I develop my board or do I try and just wait for this? The 2 mana up suggests Silumgar's Scorn. Does it count spell? So two blues, Silumgar's Scorn. We can't really run anything into that. So I'm just going to pass the turn.
Cool. Untap, draw. We will temple again.
Okay.
Most of my white sources now on the board. We'll put that on the bottom. I'll just show you again just in case you weren't sure. And then I'm going to pass turn.
Okay, I'm going to untap and draw my card. Ooh. It's kind of spicy. So, yeah, that was actually a pretty good draw. Pretty happy with that. I'm going to go to attacks.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hit you in the face.
Down to 10.
I like hitting Alex in the face. I have you on 12.
My poor face. Okay.
I have you on 12, Thoughtseize and 2 Lion Smashes.
Okay, that's fine.
And then we do need to play Untapped Source. These we need to leave alone. So I'm going to play a Landmark Wastes, take a Pain, and cast a Creepy Kitty.
I'm going to dissolve the cap.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm at 19.
One of my most effective ways of getting rid of it. I will scry 1. We're quite happy to see this card. It's in the bin.
It is in the bin. And with that mana, now I'm going to pay my other Access and Death Dealer.
Ew, spicy.
The reason being is that I need this to land for it to be effective. I also see he hasn't got a black source, so now he has to have a black source, and if he does get the black source, he can only kill one of these unless it's a Crux of Fate. So I'm playing directly into Crux of Fate here, but I'm banking on the fact that he doesn't have it, which is maybe risky, but I'll pass the turn.
You have to play what you've got, right?
Yep.
I'm going to draw. I'm going to play a land.
It's Crux of Fate.
It's not Crux of Fate, it's a Phalton.
Okay, so I choose which one I sacrifice.
Actually, I shouldn't have fired off, that was premature. And we're going to reveal a Silumgar, draw, gain 4 life.
Right. So I have to now choose. I mean, I can see the Silumgar already, so this means that hexproofing this is incredibly important. So I'm kind of happy just to bin the cat.
Gain 4.
So that's 16.
This was an error. I should have waited for him to swing and maybe pump. Which you probably wouldn't do, but whatever. Off you go.
Okay. Untap. Everything. Draw. Yeah, again, we're now seeing way too much of this. So that's annoying. More than anything else. I'm going to play a Windswept Heath.
Yeah.
I'm going to crack and get a... I don't know, Plains, I guess? I don't think it really matters at this point.
I mean, forests allow you to Death Dealer if you have another death. If you happen to draw another Death Dealer.
That's true. I have just seen 2 of them go in the bin though, so I'm kind of...
You're playing
yeah.
Den Protector.
I am. I know. I'm kind of happy. I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3 sources of green.
My argument would be you've got double white. There's nothing in your deck which is more than double white.
That's true. So there we go. There's a forest. And I'm going to Monstrous my line.
Seems like a reasonable play because you know I can't kill it.
That is very true. I know you can't kill it, and also I know that with Silumgar in hand, even if you drop it next turn, then you can't take anything over. So I'm kind of happy now just to have this big monstrous cat trying to take over the game. I do have a dice. They're in my lovely black drawstring dice purse.
Wonderful description there.
Oh, that's what it is. And I'll swing for 4.
I will take 4. Down to 12 again.
Indeed. And I'll pass the turn.
We will draw.
Yes, you will.
Go.
Okay. That makes me quite happy. I can just keep bashing with this big cat. Ooh! Or I could do this. This makes me happy because this means that I can just try and screw him out of some more stuff. So I'm going to take 2 and Thoughtseize you.
I will respond to the Thoughtseize.
Sure thing.
I will. First of all, we're going to fire this off.
That's bad.
Gain 4 life.
That's really bad. Yeah, I mean, that does work, and that's really bad. So now we have no board state, which is awkward. So you're back up to 16, and I'm at 17.
Now I have an interesting question. I think, actually, I am going to allow you to Thoughtseize me, and you can decide whether to take the dragon or the counter spell.
Well, okay, my obvious thing is there's nothing in my deck that costs more than 4 mana.
Actually, that was bad, because without the dragon, this is not...
Yeah, it's not going to take the dragon.
So I shouldn't have done that.
Well, yeah, I mean, but the thing is, though, either way I have full information of your hand, and either way you're down to 1 card. It's just deciding what that card is more useful.
Yeah, that was wrong. I should have kept the dragon, because without the dragon, this is not a very good card.
Yep, so we've done that. That makes me sad. I'm going to play a Citadel, and I'm going to pass the turn. And this is what I meant by we are seeing too much of this, because now we're down to this.
Go.
Cool. No, it's a dragon and an unknown. Temple of Plenty to scry. Damn it. So I accidentally saw what this card was, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, I don't want this card. I'm going to put this card on the bottom.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I'm going to leave the top card as is.
That's fine.
The idea being that it doesn't. If the deck is purely random, it should be fine. But there's still poor play on my behalf. And I'll say go.
Draw. Go.
Okay. I like this game. Draw, go. See, this is really unhelpful as well. So we would have bottomed this as well had I been able to not get my hands stuck together. And I'm just in a lot of pain. Go.
Draw. Gain a life. 17.
Right, so I know that Silumgar's coming down next turn, which means either
Yeah, Silumgar's in the bin.
Oh, Silumgar is in the bin, of course.
I'm an idiot.
And because I'm also an idiot, I forgot that.
Off you go.
Alright, draw. Well, it's a thing we can do with our mana, so I'm going to Thoughtseize you.
Yep. Yes, you are.
Down to 15.
Silumgar's gone.
Sure.
Crux of Fate. Foul Tongue Invocation.
It's a very interesting decision. I mean, this is instant speed removal, which is bad because we have no board and we have no real way of getting around it. We also do have enough mana to play a Death Dealer or a Cat and regen through the Silumgar's command. This is way.
Definitely this.
Oh yeah, definitely this. It's just way more awkward because I mean this is
you can play around this with the right draw.
Yeah, I can. It's still a bit crappy, but yeah. And I'll pass turn.
Go.
Okie dokie. Draw. So now this is annoying because I'm going to play it because it's a thing that I can do more than anything else. So I'm going to play my Ward with the first tree.
Fair enough.
And I'm going to pass the turn.
Draw. Play land.
Okay.
Now, let's count his mana. So he's got 2 to turn it into a thing, 1, 2, 3, 4 to turn it lifelinky. So actually, I can allow him to just hit me 3 and gain 3. Spend a turn doing that rather than using the crux. Off you go.
Okay, so I'm going to level up once. So it's a 3/3.
You could do it now, not next turn.
Yes. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I messed that up.
Yeah,
we're in big trouble.
And then I'm going to do it again to make it 3/3 with lifelink.
Yep.
And I'm going to untap.
Okay. That was a massive error.
So for the folks at home, we're just going to remember that it is what it says it is. Draw this. This is great. That's a good card. I like that card. I mean,
you don't need it at this point.
I don't need it at this point, but this is really useful because it incentivizes him to use Crux next turn. And I can now also make it an 8/8. 1, 2, 3. We'll just use this.
Yeah.
So it's clearly
it's a 3/3 with 5 counters on it.
Yes, it is.
And it's got lifelink.
Oh, it does have lifelink as well. Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah, this is the most awkwardly designed card ever.
It really isn't a good
it's
card.
like just make it better. So yeah, I mean, we can even do that without taking pain. I'm trying to think what I actually want to leave open here because these tap are colourless, which is better. So I kind of want to leave these 2 open. And I'm going to smash in for 8 and gain 8.
Puts me down to
9 and I'm at 23.
Okay, so I don't really want to fetch her because if something weird happens, then fetching actually it doesn't alter my clock because he makes this bigger. So we're happy to fetch. Go down to 8.
Yep, and I'm passing the turn. There is a minor upside in not playing this because he is still slightly off black mana, so I don't really want to give him access to it more than he already does, seeing as it turns on a lot of his kill spells. That is a nice swamp, dude.
Thank you. Okay, so we have to fire effects now, which is just really quite sad. Even drawing another Silmgar is actually 2, 4. No, because we couldn't do that and hold up the counter spell, so that would be far too risky. Draw for turn. We're just gonna thwap the crux.
You what? The crux? Sorry.
Thwap.
Thwap.
Good word.
No, it's not a good word. Okay, Warden's down. That's annoying, but we have follow-up things.
We're getting a life. Go back to 9.
You're at 10, dude.
Oh no, it's I fetched.
Oh, you are. So you're at 9.
Your 10.
Okay. Yep, so that's annoying. I mean, we know one of them is Silumgar's command. We don't know what the other one is. It can't be literal counterspell, though. So we are in no danger of getting too blown out by...
You can play your things.
I'm going to play my thing. So I'm going to draw. That's really good. I mean, you know, these things tend to come in pairs. So I am going to Siege Rhino.
Sure.
As such. So that is... You are now down to 6.
Yeah.
And I'm at 26. And with a mana left open, we can actually do this as well, which would be interesting. But then we are playing directly into Crux Effect again, which would be bad. But I've already seen one go by. Can I... Oh, it's awkward. It is really awkward because if we do this against Crux, then we're really dead. But if we do it now when he can't counter it, that is more useful to us. So I'm just going to put another Siege Rhino.
Okay, counter it. Pay 1.
Oh, crap, I've got to pay the land. That was dumb.
So, spot the misplay. We're doing very well today.
Yeah, that was really dumb. I actually had a land as well.
Ouch, I've done that before.
I mean, now he's got swamps as well, so I might as well play the Urborg. So everything's black. That was so incredibly dumb.
Ouch, mine.
Yeah, don't kill my thing, dude. Don't kill my thing.
No, I can't.
Okay.
Off you go.
Okay. Oh, thank God. Okay, so we should have been punished way more than we were there. But thankfully, heart the cards and all that stuff. That's just dead card. Swing for 4.
Goes 2.
Okay.
See, if I was 1/1 less, he could Jamoka's command for the victory if he was feeling it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm tempted, but no, I'm going to pass turn. Yep.
Well, aren't we lucky?
That is lucky. That must be nice to be that lucky all the time.
I'm not lucky all the time. I'm on 1. 2. Off you go.
Okay, well, let's draw a Siege Rhino to kill him then.
Yeah.
Or not, or draw literally more of the stuff. I mean, we have so much of this now, it feels a bit like I'm going to call Noah and ask him if I can borrow his arc. Pass turn.
Off we go.
See, now we're in real trouble.
I'm loving the emotional swings we've gone through in this game. We've gone through Dan being insanely happy for drawing 2 rhinos in a row to being just completely bummed. We're in a dig.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that at all.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think... Oh, wait a minute. We need to get the dragon in case we get a dragon fetchy land. I don't think there's any other reason to be careful about my graveyard in this deck.
So, having gone from I cannot lose this to I'm going to lose this is just heartbreaking.
Yeah, misplays all day long.
It is misplays all day long.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
It's misplays all day long.
We want to see an Agita in here. Yep.
Right, Agita's bad.
We got us an Agita, and I think we're probably just going to take this as well. These are the 2 we're going to take. And actually I could have just showed Dan because they're going to go straight out.
So I'm seeing Agita and I have no idea what the other one is actually.
Haven?
Okay.
And an Agita.
Yeah, we can't win. Well,
yeah.
no, there's one way we can win, which is if I top deck Siege Rhino right now. While he's got less going on. I'm pretty sure he would...
Actually, I want to leave the Haven up.
Yep.
Just check that I actually did tap the requisite mana. I did. Off you go.
Okay, so there's one card that gets us out of this jam. That's a start, I guess. I'm going to Abzan Charm. To draw 2, pay 2, draw 2.
Sure.
Now, there is some merit in holding it up to kill that when he swings. However, he's already got Haven and he can do so much stuff. I really
you're on 26 life.
Yeah.
So you're not in danger of dying anytime soon.
No, but I mean, my point is that I can't go through... Like, you've got Haven the Spirit Dragon, Dragon Lord Silumgar in there. There's very little I can actually do. So pay 2...
You're going to 24.
And I'm going to draw these two. That's not the strict worst, I guessed. Jeez. Watch as Dan struggles with basic English. I'm going to play a fleece main line and hope it doesn't get countered.
It isn't going to get countered because you have counter spells. You have monstrous mana.
Yep, and that's pretty game.
It depends. I mean, if you have a kill spell in hand, I now cannot keep my Agito alive. But I also cannot fight through a monstrous line off 2 life.
Yeah, that would have been a really useful thing for him to not counter. However, there's not a lot of incentive in letting him just Dragon Lord Silumgar back to his hand at instant speed, so pass the turn.
You're on 24.
I am. So it is 24 to 2.
To 2. Draw. Okay, so I'm now at this point where if he has a kill spell, as long as it's not an Abzan charm, I can just swing, have this die, and then just buy it back. So we can swing 5.
I'm at 19.
We're going to anticipate. 1, 2, 3. Draw something tasty. Wow. When it's a choice of 3 lands, I'll take the life gain land.
That's fair.
Go to 3.
Go to 3. So he's still in Siege Rhino range. It's still Siege Rhino possible. Come on.
Your turn.
Show me Dat Rhino.
Rhino for the win.
Dat Rhino. Oh, damn. Well. Okay, so there's a real problem here because I can't let him keep Dragon Lord Ojai hanging around. However, I know that he can haven back Silumgar, which makes anything I do with this largely irrelevant.
You could turn it into an 8/8 lifelink and then it can gain some life.
I could turn it into an 8/8 lifelink and just give it to you.
I like how I actually guessed what it was.
Well, I mean, there's very few things in my deck. I mean, we're going to crack off this now because I've really been bored of drawing land. And now I'm going to fail to find, I'm sure.
No, you've got to have planes in there.
You say that. I do have planes in there. Do I have anything else I care about? I have this foil forest.
Ooh.
So yeah, we are in real trouble. This game has gone on way longer than a typical Abzan deck likes it to go on for.
It's been a strange game.
It's just been misplays all day long.
Oh yeah, we have misplayed. You're on 18.
I am on 18. I mean, it's a bit weird to just think about like how we can just buy ourselves enough time to not die. But this is the only thing we can do. So I'm going to Warden.
Yep.
And then I'm going to level up to make it a 3/3.
Yep.
And then I'm going to give it lifelink.
Sure.
And then I'm going to Dramoka's Command to make it fight your Ojai.
Yeah.
Instant speed hunt the week. Yeah. So yeah, it's 2 for 1, which is bad, but it means that he doesn't get it with Dragon Lord Silumgar. Also, we kill an Ojai, which means we're not getting punched in the face next turn, which is useful. It's going to go straight back to his hand.
Yeah, on your end step.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just going to have our Ojai back.
Yeah, I mean, we are fighting a very losing battle here, but this keeps us alive slightly longer than if we don't do it. There's no point in trying to make it so big that it can live through that, because we're just going to get wrecked by Silumgar.
Island.
Okay.
Go.
Come on, Siege Rhino. I've never prayed harder in my life for a Siege Rhino than right now.
Chances are reasonable.
Well, again, it's something.
I mean, Den Protector is...
Den Protector is perfect right now. Den Protector would be perfect. So I'm going to play a Fleece main line.
Yeah.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to play this land. On the off chance that he does have a kill spell, I can Monstrous, and then he can kill it, and then I can Monstrous again. So I'm going to Monstrous.
Cool. In response...
Yep.
I was going to tap land.
That's cool. You can do that. I'm going to Monstrous with the best mana because I have no cards in hand. So but it's always important to represent something. There you go. It is Monstrous.
Okay.
And I'll pass the turn.
So we've gone from... Now we're in trouble because what we need now is effectively a chump blocker. I don't really want to block my Agito, but if I have to, I do. 5 of you.
Yep, so 13.
Anticipate.
Okay. He has seen so much of his deck, it's kind of scary.
Well, we'll take this.
It sounds like a chump blocker to me.
It is. It's also like the most inefficient and most horrible use of these cards ever. Agito.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Oh. Well, yeah, I'm not that sad about that, to be honest.
No, this is awful. Off you go. I basically need to draw one of the foul tongues, and I've gone through them, so chances.
So I'm going to draw my card. What to do with this? I think what I'm going to do is swing.
Yep, block.
Okay. Now what am I going to do? I think I'm going to pass the turn.
Interesting. Draw. Gain a life.
4. He's out of siege rhino range.
Let's make another chump blocker.
Wow.
It's really sad times when that's what he is. I think I don't know if I have a way out of this game. Off you go.
I mean, Foul Tongue Invocation gets you out.
Yeah, I mean, this is why I want to play Ugin in my deck, because Ugin's really good.
Ugin is good. So I'm going to swing with my... Yep.
But it wasn't played, so...
Yep. And, I mean, we have flooded out something chronic this game, I would say. I have more land than you.
Yeah. You still have the kill on board, so...
And I'll pass the turn.
I don't think there's any requirement to... you win.
Ah.
Yeah, you win.
Okay. The thing I was umming and ahhing about was, do I play this Urborg?
Okay.
I was at this point I was so bored of like watching land go into my hand. I was like, I'm gonna have some fun and try and represent something.
And you won.
I did go win. So yeah, let's go to game 2. So sideboard times. From my point of view, the sideboard is pretty drastic. The Dromoka's commands are terrible in this matchup. There's no enchantments. There's way too many ways to get blown out with all of his removal. Sorin is okay, but on the draw, he's less of an appealing option. Similarly...
Sorin is fine, but I think you have better things to play.
Yeah, and the one-hand offender is just coming out because it's a bit of an awkward thing to cast on 3 mana. Coming in is ways to deal with Ojutai, because... Duress, because even though it only like hits some of his stuff, open information from my perspective is very useful against an opponent with control. Similarly, I can pick up...
It hits the vast majority of my
Yeah,
deck. I think it's just a solid card.
Nissa, because I haven't seen Perilous Vault, but I'm worried about it. Also, it's just attacks on a different axis, it taxes his removal. Late game, when we flooded out there, it would have been incredibly useful just to have a recurring 4/4 with haste, effectively. And Dragon Lord Dromoka is sort of an outlier here. I like it.
It's in your 75.
It is in my 75. I like it because can't be countered, useful against control. He can't kill stuff on my turn as easily, plus this has to die. So from my perspective, if he has 2 kill spells in hands, then yeah, he kills one dude, then next time he untaps, kills this dude. But it does stifle his mana flow somewhat, which from my perspective is very useful. Similarly, it can actually just eat an Ojutai.
Yeah. So from my side of things, taking Silumgar out, I mean, this could well be wrong. I'd be interested to see what you guys think. Because, you know, stealing a Nissa is really super sweet. However, without any support or backup, Taz is just better. Taz just... All of Dan's creatures bounce off Taz, pretty much. And he draws cards, so... Whereas Silumgar, you really do want a counter spell to back him up.
Yeah, you have to set up a lot more stuff to make Silumgar a game ender. He is still very good. He's still definitely a game ender.
My other concern here is that we're making Foul Tongue Invocation and Silumgar scoring worse because there are fewer dragons in the deck, but...
I mean, the life gain isn't super relevant against me.
It's relevant enough.
I guess so. I mean, I'm okay with this sideboard. We had a bit of a discussion before, like, what do we actually sideboard out? Turns out, when neither of you play Esper Dragons, it's really hard to know what to do.
The other option is to take out Thoughtseize. However, Thoughtseize isn't as bad against Abzan as people think, and being able to disrupt the aggro player's tempo is always worth doing. And he doesn't pressure my life fast enough that 2 damage is often relevant. Yeah,
Thoughtseize to me is a bit of a nightmare. It ruins my curve opportunities. My hand can get picked apart. My hand is usually quite suspect to stuff like that. So yeah, let's just see how it goes for the game. I am on the draw. This 6 is a little bit sketchy. We really need a land to make it useful. Having said that, this is a very, very useful card, and this I like having.
Okay, on the other side, I think this is a bad keep. I mean, we have things to be doing, but I think too much of our hand is late game. So we're going to get punished.
Well, we'll find out.
We're going to lead off, we're going to gain a life.
Okie dokie.
And the reason I did that rather than this is because I know what my next turn is, so I may as well save. My next turn is these 2, so there's no value to me playing this now.
Okay, so I'm going to draw the turn. That's not a good draw. I'm going to play Windswept Heath and pass the turn.
Draw. Okay. I'm going to play a Temple of Deceit. Scry one.
I'm getting Thoughtseize, aren't I?
You are getting Thoughtseize.
Yeah.
This is good for us. We can keep this on top.
Yeah, I was worried about that. This hand is not going to go well through a Thoughtseize.
So we're going to take 2.
Actually, my hand.
Okay. Wow.
Yep.
So he's light on mana, which means that this is his next turn play. Often it's right to take the Den Protector because he gets to just take back whatever you Thoughtseize. On the other hand, the Den Protector is quite slow. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to take, and then you can tell me what you think about that. I'm going to take an Offenser. Do you think I should take the Den Protector?
Well, if it was my point of view, I would actually just take the Death Dealer. Because it is my next turn play. I mean, you may have kill spells and stuff in hand.
Actually, no, that is correct. Let's take this. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's fine. That's why we do these. I mean, that's my whole next turn. Yeah. Now I have nothing.
Yeah, I've fallen asleep. Okay. So I'm on 18.
19.
19. Off you go.
Playing against a sleep-deprived Alex is quite amusing sometimes. Draw that. That's awful. So now we're in this weird position where I feel like I need to apply pressure through some axis. For all intents and purposes, playing this for no value right now is kind of useful because this would have done the exact same thing, as in bash for 2, bash for 2, bash for 2. So I will do that. So I'm going to play my Mana Confluence, crack for a forest. I really wish I'd looked at my hand before I said that. No, it's correct to crack for a forest here. I mean, this will do the job of whatever we want. But it's just useful to have forests. Just
forests are generally better than plains, I find.
Yeah, in this context, definitely. So yeah, and then I'm going to take a pain and go to 19 and run my Den Protector out for no value, which sucks. But I have.
So you're actually on 18.
Oh yeah, I'm on 18 because I fetched as well. Duh. It sucks, but I need to apply pressure now, and this would have been good if I'd had more land. However, I don't. So yeah.
Now, I'm going to scry.
Sure. I like to scry. Scry me a river.
Beautiful.
Yep, none of that was off key.
We'll keep that.
Okay.
Off you go.
Okay, my Den Protector lives. And I get a land. Oh, Frabjous Day.
Oh, dear.
Oh, yeah. Swing for 2.
Yeah, take the 2.
Oh, yeah. And that's you on 17.
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, yeah. So now we need to crack this for a plains to play Anafenza. I feel like Anafenza's going to get countered, though. Having said that, if Anafenza's countered, then it means these two are more likely to land if I draw another land. So I'm just going to Anafenza and watch myself get countered.
No, you get to keep running.
Woo!
Can you remind me what your hand was? It was
yeah,
Rhino,
the cards.
Rhino.
Yeah, the cards you know about these two. You know about 2 rhinos and a mystery.
And a mystery card. Okay,
yeah,
great.
And I'll pass turn. So I'm at 16. Yeah, again, the thing about Abzan is it really does punish you for having a greedy mana base, which is a bit awkward.
Your lifesteal's on point against me though.
It's very true.
Fine. I'm going to play a Polluted Delta.
Mm-hmm.
And now what we're going to do. So what am I on? I'm on 17.
Yep.
Okay, so actually I'm fine. If you have a kill spell, it's painful, but it's not the end of the world. Crack?
Sure, I'm getting tazzed, aren't I?
You're getting tazzed.
That was the worst Taz impression I think I've ever done.
It was, but at least you didn't try and chew through the table. That
is now very tempting. I think the heat in this room is really starting to get to us.
The pizza will be hissing. Don't panic.
That'd be good.
These guys are exiled, and we'll play a Taz, which means that it's just, unless he's got a kill spell, this stuff's just going to bounce off. Off you go.
Okay, so that's not great for us. Gonna draw that. That is, I would kiss you, Alex, if you weren't directly against me.
Now I'm worried.
Yeah, it's a plat. So I get to actually do stuff now. I have 2 things going on here. One of them is, if he has Crux and a land, I've way overextended if I do this. But it does also kill his own Taz, which is kind of useful. I don't really know. I mean, this is a good card against this particular matchup. Just because it's a surprising thing to find. I mean, yeah. So if I do this, I can crash in for 7, which puts you on 9. No, 10, sorry. Which means you have to have an answer to something. Although having said that, if you had an Oddish, I'd be sad. Would I be sad? I don't know. This is an interesting decision point, which is why I like Magic. Because I'm really torn between these two. One of them is the better use of our mana, particularly because he's tapped out. But I don't know how quickly I can win in a race. Like, I don't know like what happens if he stabilizes. If he stabilizes, then I need to. I can't prevent. I have to prevent him from stabilizing, basically.
Okay, you cast Rhino. I untap a Crux. You then play another Rhino. I then have to deal with that Rhino. If you don't play the Rhino and you kill Taz, I personally I'm in favour of killing Taz and using what you've got to get the job done. That is the line I would take. I can't see your hand. You can't see mine.
No, but you know 2 cards in my hand.
I know a Rhino, and I'm assuming a Valorous stance.
No, you know 2 Rhinos, actually.
Oh, okay.
I mean, here's the thing, like, if I kill this and hit him for a lot, that's good, obviously. It also means if he does play an Oddish next turn, either of these will kill the Oddish, which is good. Interesting. You know what? I'm gonna kill you, Taz, and bash for 7.
Take 7.
Yeah, down to 10, and I pass turn. I quite like kind of holding on to these things to sort of like mana, like 1 mana stop, their kill spells. But I think in this case he really has to he either has to stabilize or kill everything.
Well, we just drew the perfect land. We're gonna play our horrible proxy.
Oh, yeah.
Off you go.
Okay, so in this case, I'm just gonna also draw a card. That is a interesting draw. It does leave us with a lot of options later on. So if I swing with both of these, both of them kill Oddish.
Correct.
So I don't see any point in like, otherwise he goes directly into Rhino range, which he knows about. So I'm going to swing with both
I have to block. I'm going to block on a fence.
Okay.
Much as exiled, which is a real pain.
Yep. So now I'm up to this.
Take 4, go to 6.
Yep. So now I need to think a little bit. Yeah, I play Siege Rhino, put you down to 3.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we're dead here.
And a pass turn.
And I was pretty sure that opening hand wasn't going to get us there. So it's nice to be right.
Is it nice to be dead though?
Yeah, no, we're dead.
Yep. Oh, that sucks.
I knew it was trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. And I think you're in a lot of trouble. I mean, my other card was another Den Protector.
It was irrelevant. I think my opening hand, I should have mulliganed.
Yeah.
I don't think I could have won from that. I drew 1 kill spell in the game.
That sucks. Alright, well, on to game 3, where we sideboard. Again, maybe.
Okay, welcome back to game 3. This is called Can Alex Regain Some Pride?
Yep, Pride.
I had pride at one point. It's gone now.
When was that?
Years ago.
Ah, that sucks.
Before it was crushed.
Just crushed under the weight of card advantage.
That's my fun.
I know. Apparently mine as well. Yeah, this hand is largely fine. I mean, this is useful if it doesn't die straight away. This, I kind of want to see how it does more than anything else, and that's kind of cool. Plus, yeah, we're not going to get color screwed. So yeah.
This hand has kind of the problem it had last time in that it doesn't really have the pieces we want, but we have lands and they scry, so we'll see what happens.
I heard lands and scrying is useful.
Not bad. We don't need that. Off you go.
Okay, I'm going to draw. That is not the worst thing we could have drawn, but it's still a bit weird. So I'm going to Mana Confluence down to 19 and play a Warden.
Oh dear.
And pass turn.
Draw. We will Temple again?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, deck. Off you go.
Is deck not doing a thing deck's supposed to do?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to draw. That's good. That's really good. I'm very happy about that. I think the best thing we can do here is if we can force him to use the removal on his turn, then we get to play a game, we get to dictate the flow of the game, which is very difficult for a control player to deal with. So we're going to play this. I'm going to take another pain and level up. And bash you for 3.
Take 3.
Yep, so 17 to 18. And pass turn.
Draw. Play an island.
Okay.
Pass turn.
Alright, I'm going to tap. And I'm going to draw my card. That's another good draw. Wow, deck, you're just ripping them for me at the minute. I'm going to swing for 3.
We will do, as he said, we will play Foul Tongue and reveal an Archetype.
Okie dokie. So he's back up to 21. And my Warden is dead. Which is a bit sad, however, he is shields down. Which means now, when I get to pay 3 for the privilege of a Thoughtseize.
Well, you may have an Archetype, a Dig Through Time, or some tap lands.
I think I'll take the Ojutai.
Yep.
So that's fine. That's actually pretty good because it means now that I pay another 2 to play a Fleecemane Lion down to 13.
Yep. Wow.
Yep, and I'll pass the turn. Normally I'd be very, very, very recalcitrant, good word, to do this, but Barblight.
Rips the Barblight.
Yeah, that could have been an issue.
Temple. Bottom. Off you go.
I mean, I'd be a bit nervous normally about going down to 13, but against control, my life total is so
It's
irrelevant. Okay, now we get to the part of the day where I am sad. So I'm going to scry.
Yeah.
We want this. Yeah, we want this. So I'm going to leave it there. And I'm going to pass turn.
Okay, we've somehow semi-stabilized. Draw.
Semi.
I mean, we're still dead. Game of life.
22.
Oh, I would have liked an untap land there. Off you go.
Okay. So we are on 13, which is low, which means I'm pretty cagey about doing this.
Oh, go on. Go on. What's 5 life between friends?
Well, it's 8. It would put me to 8, which is very, very low, and you and I can both appreciate that might be too low.
Quite possibly.
I mean, the other thing is that if we know what our next turn is going to be, and it doesn't actually change if we play this.
In that case, don't bother.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to untap, draw the card we knew about, do that, I guess, to duress you.
Sure, you actually turned my Dig Through Time on.
Oh, that's really awkward. Okay, well, I've got rid of a Dig Through Time and turned on a Dig Through Time.
Discards, you do have to choose a card. Okay.
Well, I choose Dig Through Time.
No, I'm saying, like, if you, for some bizarre reason, didn't want to turn Dig on, you could maybe not discard a card, but I think you must.
No, I must discard a card.
Yeah.
That's bad. I didn't want that to happen, because now he's going to dig at end of turn and get back in this game. So I'm going to play Sunset Citadel, and pass turn.
We will dig.
Yeah, that's bad. I mean, I didn't think he'd have 2. Let's put it that way.
Was small.
Let's put it this way. If I knew that Duress would turn on his second Dig Through Time, then yes, that was a lousy play. But I feel in general it's okay to do that.
I think you were probably fine there. This is interesting. I think, I mean, this is probably just what we want here. It's very unusual and this is bad.
So yeah, now we're in trouble. Now we're kind of relying on this to get us there, which is possible, but not that likely. Because he has a ton of stuff.
We will scry.
Sure.
Keep that.
Okay.
Oh, actually. Yeah, we're going to keep that. And we're going to play Ojutai.
Ojutai.
Off you go.
Okay, now the idea of using this is much more... Because we have this already. So it's important that we try and get somewhere, because we have accidentally dug ourselves a hole, which we need to get out of with this card. So I will pay 5 life.
Wow.
To go to 8 to draw 2.
Not actually hit you yet.
Nope, you have not. And both of these were the things we're looking for. However, now I feel really dumb. So untap.
Yeah.
And draw a card. That's possibly useful later. So what I think I need to do is I need to play a planes.
Yeah.
And, ooh, actually, okay, so no, that's a dumb idea. Pardon me for that. We can't keep getting punched with our own land. So as much as it pains me to do this, I'm going to have to play Urborg so that we stop taking damage for our own mana copies.
I squared one to the bottom a while ago.
That's fair enough. I mean, he has a decent amount of black open already.
It's not like 2 non-black lands.
Yeah, it's not like we're giving him a huge amount of credence, but it does also mean we don't have to keep getting hurt by our own mana complements.
I'm actually more blue than black.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've got 3 downfalls, I think, and that's about it.
Dromoka.
Nice.
And a pass turn. Now, if he does have a removal spell, then we are in a huge amount of trouble.
What's my life?
22.
Interesting.
Some ridiculous amount.
I'm going to gain a life.
23!
And, okay.
Okay, so he doesn't have a kill spell. Hopefully. It also means that he can't kill it on my turn, which makes me feel pretty gosh darn happy.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're in a bit of a weird position where the only thing stopping his Ojutai attacking us is the Dromoka.
Mm-hmm.
Having said that, we can't really take our foot off the gas pedal at all.
You take net 0 damage, but you let me draw a card.
Yes, which is...
More dangerous?
The drawing the card thing is more dangerous, but at the same time, just sitting here with my Dirtly Dromoka just chilling out doesn't feel great.
Agreed.
So I'm going to play planes.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel great to be chilling out here with Dromoka, but I do need to start... this is an awkward decision. I mean, with this, I'm happy-ish. Having said that, I know that he can counter it, and it would just be a straight-up counter if he has Silumgar's Command, or Silumgar's Scorn, sorry.
Why did they kill this?
Well, no, I mean...
I cannot counter it while that's on the board.
For reals?
I may not cast spells in your turn.
Oh, well, no, but I mean this...
Oh, I see. You want to play something on my turn right there attacked you.
Yes, so...
you just take the hit and then kill it on your turn?
That is possible. I don't really want to give him a card, but I think I need to start pressuring your life total, so...
I'll take it.
Down to 18?
Yep.
And I'm up to 13!
Whee!
This game. That game, though, yo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so... Now we are in the position where we could play this and Monstrous it all in one go. But if we wanted to do that, we wouldn't have attacked with the Dromoka, because that would have been because we needed this to chill out back here. So I'm just going to play... I mean, we can actually, we can Monstrous it in the end of his turn. If he doesn't attack with Ojutai, he's obviously going to attack with Ojutai. I think this is probably better because this is much harder for him to deal with, bearing in mind he can't counter it. So, yeah, go kitty.
Go kitty. Mine?
Yeah, sure.
That's not what I wanted to see. Well, yeah, Dan is correct. I do have to just swing 5.
And I do have to hope that he doesn't have a counter spell.
Well, like this one.
Yeah, like that one. So, that's not great for us. We're back down to 8. So he gets to see a card.
1, 2, 3. You got 1 card in hand.
1 card in hand.
Now this is actually a really interesting one. Part of me wants to take this card, but I think this is actually what we have to do here. So we're going to take this one and put the Thoughtseize on the bottom.
Oh, thank God.
It could have been wrong, but either way, what we get to do now is play a Haven and play the 3rd dig through time.
Oh, wow. Okay, so at a certain point, Abzan struggles. At a certain point, Abzan struggles with card advantage. This would be one of those times that Abzan struggles with card advantage, because now he really, really can just kill anything he wants. We do get a nice Kraken with Dromoka, which is nice.
Okay, so
looking back at it, it would have been much better for me to just downfall in my turn. Much better.
I personally would have done, because you could have guaranteed it.
Yeah.
I mean, and you're actually just going to 8 rather than going to... I think that was a bit of a misplay on your part.
Yeah, I agree.
So now my turn. The interesting question is whether Ojutai is going to die or not. I think that doesn't actually matter because I've got a Haven, as long as it doesn't exile it. So we're going to take these 2 and do some things like that.
From my perspective, 3 dig through times is pretty unpleasant.
I only resolved 2 of them.
Oh no! How unfortunate for you. Draw. That is the worst card we could have possibly seen. I'm not even joking. That's really bad. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana open. Which we can pair up. So green, 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 and black, black, and black. So we can pump to 8, take him down to 5.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem bad.
That seems pretty reasonable.
Seems pretty reasonable. Also considering we have this, which means that we can do that pretty much without any kind of worry. I'm almost certain he's got a kill spell for Dromoka at this point. He's gone through, how many cards is it?
I've gone through 10 cards.
10 cards.
Actually no, because one of them was the dig.
Okay, so whatever it was. He's gone through a lot of cards. So one of them has to be a kill spell.
On your hand, you know, if Dromoka is going to die, she may as well deal me 5.
Exactly, so I'm going to swing and I'm going to...
Uber Pump.
Uber Pump. I do have to take 1 for that privilege though. So I'm down to 7. And then,
gonna gain many.
And then I'm up to 12.
Yeah.
And then you take 2, 4, 6, 8, 13, down to 5.
Swingy turns.
And then I'm going to play my Urborg so that if, in case he does have a kill spell for both of them,
regenerate.
I can regenerate the Rexaxa.
Mine?
Sure.
Okay. Draw. Right. I'm going to play an... Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to attack.
Yes, you are. I'm going to 7.
Yeah.
So at this point, it has to be a kill spell. It has to be, or else I'm going to, like, eat my hat.
Now, this is actually a really interesting one. What do we want to do?
Maybe we're thinking if he had 3 kill spells in hand, but I would have assumed he would have used one of them already.
Now, I think we take this. This keeps us alive against more things, as good as those things are. So what we do now is I'm going to play an island. I'm going to downfall Dromoka.
Yes, you are.
And then I'm going to pass turn.
Okay, so now he can do stuff on my turn, which is unfortunate. Draw. Yep. You can do stuff on my turn, which is a bit unfortunate. So if he does have, for example, Foul Tongue Shriek, which I think he must do, there's no way I can actually get around that. If I play a creature out, he's just going to do it responsibly playing a creature, and my cat's going to die. So I don't really know what I can do here. I mean, I guess I could try and bait him into it already, and then try and work.
I might not. I mean,
if he doesn't,
the other option is I could just have a card that will fog it for a turn.
Yeah, that's what's possible. So if he can kill it before I go to combat, similar thing will happen. We're taking a lot of damage from our own land this game.
What life are you on?
I'm on 7.
You're on 7.
It's not great. Yeah, you're on 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a bit. No, I can do that actually. Can I? Hang on. Dun. Okay, there. Oops, sorry.
Didn't actually see it.
Fair enough. Oh, quick hands. There is actually a way we can get this out and not die immediately and have it in a reasonable shape and form. Whereas this does actually require us to invest more life into it. So, for example, we'd have to put 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we could get it to its quote unquote. Oh, but with the mana confidence, actually, it's not bad. I mean, we can get it to its quote unquote useful format, which is the thing with lifelink, because then it just digs out slightly more of a hole. But I think with all this removal and stuff, we need to get that out and try and stop him from punching us. So pre-combat,
yeah,
I'm going to play my lion.
In response, we are going to play the Foul Tongue.
Yep. So yeah. So you're up to 9. I have to sack my Death Dealer, which is a bit awkward. How many cards in hand?
2.
2. Okay. So then there is also the opportunity that he could have another Foul Tongue or another way of just killing my cat straight up. So there's not a lot to gain by monstrosing now, although you would know Urborg's out as well, so it's really irrelevant. I'm actually in quite a lot of trouble.
thinking back, it might have been an error to attack with Dramoka when you did.
Yeah, it gives you the card.
Because you could have just punched through with the cat.
Yeah.
I'd have had to take the damage.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that went wrong this game. I still like Dramoka in this game, though. I think it's useful.
I think she was good there. I think not attacking was probably the play, because it meant that... Because I served 4 cards that turn rather than just 1.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll pass the turn.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to get punched down to 2.
Yes, you are.
Yep, so down to 2. There's not really a lot that can actually...
1, 2, 3.
There's not a lot that will get me out of this situation.
No, not really. What am I on?
Sorry, in response to you, that punching trigger...
In response to the trigger.
In response to being punched, I'm going to try and monstrous it because he has to have the kill spell now. He has the kill spell now. Alright, let's actually game. I have one or two.
I'm going to take Thoughtseize and Thoughtseize you.
Okay, that's actually not so bad, so you can take away my Warden.
Yeah.
There is now...
So what am I on now?
You're on 7. So there is precisely 1 card which I need to get out of the situation. Which is Abzan Charm. Because even if I kill Ojitai, he can just rebuy it with Haven and that achieves nothing for me. So I need this card to be Abzan Charm, and then I need something to just get there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to untap, and I'm going to slow roll.
Excellent.
Yep. Okay, we're back for the post-game discussion. Oh, it was land. Damn. Okay, we're back for the post-game discussion afterwards. So what have you learned?
Esper's fun, if really frustrating.
Yep.
Don't get mana screwed, don't misplay.
Yeah, the don't get mana screwed thing is a really good technical point. If you can just stack your deck so you don't get mana screwed, then that's good. That's definitely something you
I think that's illegal.
You think?
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yeah, from my point of view, Abzan aggro did what Abzan aggro does, which is play out a bunch of really annoying threats that all must be dealt with. Stretch the removal. Mana base was unsolvable at this point, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a consequence of playing those cards.
Yeah. You want to play powerful cards, they always come with some mana attacks.
I felt like actually the main determinant on our games was more dependent on what my hand had in it than what you did.
Yeah, I felt like I could have effectively whatever hand that deck would throw at me, and you needed a very specific hand order to combat it.
Yeah.
But
on the flip side, if I have that, if I have a hand with Downfall, Silmgar, Scorn and Falton, I don't know if you can win.
That's true. It's a bit weird. I mean, eventually you run me out of threats, and then you just restock your hand, which felt awful. Looking at 3 dig through times was
the first 5 turns are really what determines the game, I think.
Yes.
That second game was over at lightning speed.
And the third game would have been over at lightning speed if I hadn't misplayed. I mean, that's the other thing. Abzan aggro punishes you less than most decks for misplaying. However, in very, very game-dependent states, it will actually make you lose the game. Some decks do that. I think Abzan aggro is, on average, the easiest one to get away with because all your stuff is so good. But you saw there, for example, if I just chilled out and tried to kill the Ojitai in my turn, it would have resolved.
Yeah, okay, that was the turning point in that game.
Yeah.
So Dan had Jamoka out, and so if he waited until his turn, I can't cast spells on his turn, I can't counter his kill spell, he kills Ojitai, game over for me. I mean, I won because I hit you and I managed to anticipate into a dig through time. Yeah,
I mean, but again, that was the thing of the deck, was that even though we were at turn 8, 9, 10, whatever, I was still struggling to find ways to close the game out, and I was still desperately trying to stop you more than you were trying to kill me.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Considering that I'm the control deck.
Yeah, and I mean, the control deck wins when the control deck dictates the flow of the game, obviously. And Abzan aggro is good for the fact that it can often dictate the flow of the game more.
I'd say this is the first time I played Esper since Ojitai came out, and actually it lends the deck an inevitability was lacking before.
It's very true. It's very true. It's so much better than Parlock Ancient.
That thing's awful.
Yeah, I hate it.
Anyway, if you watched that, if you enjoyed it,
or if you didn't,
I think it's still worth playing the Spot the Misplay game. Sublimate Some of them are really obvious.
No, the comments!
And we point them out to you.
No, I can't deal with the comments. Shh.
But I think...
I live here now. It's time. I live here now. It's time. That's dreamland.
You know, there must have been lots of very obvious misplaced. There are probably some more subtle ones, so if you see them, let us know. We can all use this as an opportunity to improve.
Yeah, totally. And, you know, we're not pros.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's quite obvious that I'd never picked the deck up before, I think.
Yeah, and...
We're a bit out of practice.
Yeah,
so.
and I fucked up a lot. Oh, shit.
Language violation.
Okay, so with that, I think we should call it quits.
It's time for pizza. We'll be back after pizza with Abzan versus Green Red Dragons.
Woo!